Hi there, my name is Lavinia D. Osborne from laviniaosborne.com and founder of Butterfly Wealth Creation. I've just attended a morning meeting at the Chatsworth Hotel with Denning Legal, a forward-thinking and innovative tax firm who are looking at different ways of helping individuals with their financial planning and tax planning due to the various laws coming out. I'm here with one of the barristers at Denning Legal, Mr. Aris Nichols, and the conversation, or the meeting should I say, was all about asset protection trust. So would you be so kind to share with the viewers the 3 key points taken from your presentation or given in the presentation today?
Yes, the main asset protection trust is a part of your lifetime planning which will protect your assets in the event of you finding yourselves in financial difficulties with creditors, or perhaps if you have various issues with your family and you want to keep your assets away from, in-laws, etc. Also the fact that the law is changing rapidly now, and that legal professional privilege is becoming more relevant in the tax advisory field, and we aim to provide the correct advice to guide people through the minefield so that they do pay their taxes correctly and don't get into any sorts of hot water with the HMRC authorities in the way in which they deliver their tax returns.
Okay.
And also we have a very good team of tax experts, particularly on VAT and LLP, legal liability partnerships. But the Asset Protection Trust is something which everyone should think about. We do it, we've advised the Mail on Sunday in the last 2 months, and we've got a very good article that's just come out in Choice magazine. Actually, it comes out on Thursday.
Brilliant. I will definitely be getting my copy, and I recommend that you do too. Okay, so obviously you just touched about it's something that everybody should have. Why is it so key at this present moment in time?
Because the landscape is changing so rapidly, and the government are moving the goalposts in any way they possibly can. So they will make any excuse to tax you or to burden you with more overheads than are necessary. So if you can put this asset protection trust into effect now, while you're relatively young, fit and healthy, and not wait till you're in your 80s, then it's a very, very effective tool.
Brilliant. And financial landscape is something that I talk about all the time. If you watch all my videos and my blogs, it's something that you need to be aware of. Okay, so it's quite interesting because Aris is actually from Cyprus, is that correct?
Originally my parents were, yes.
Right, and so if you're not sure what's happening in Cyprus right now, it's in the top of the news, the economic and business news in regards to Cyprus having to forge or create a certain amount to pay towards the EU bailout, i.e. they are in financial distress and they've asked for a bailout from the EU, but the EU has stipulated that they need to put funds towards it. So what are your thoughts on what is happening now in Cyprus?
Well, I think it's very worrying actually that the government is taxing people's savings, but bear in mind this is a one-off tax. It's not an annual charge, so it's a one-off tax. But it's a worrying direction that this government is taking in Cyprus, that is, because it makes everybody in the Eurozone feel very uncomfortable, knowing that if one government's able to do that, what's to stop the others from doing something similar?
It's unprecedented, isn't it?
It is unprecedented. Again, that's why an asset protection trust is helpful and useful, because it will protect your assets from being called upon or touched upon by the government. Okay, so we just touched it, you just said that, you just answered my next question, which is if it can happen in Cyprus, then do you think it could happen here in the UK? I think something similar could happen, but whether or not to the extent or to the degree that it's happened in Cyprus is questionable. But I think there's nothing to stop this government, because they are extremely desperate for money in every field that we're looking at.
Your money.
Your money, from possibly imposing a levy on savings. Who knows? It's entirely possible.
Yeah, because so many things are unprecedented. Okay, well, thank you so much for this morning's meeting. It was very enlightening.
It's a pleasure.
And I look forward to seeing the continued rise of Denning Legal.
Thank you, Lavinia.
Okay, thank you.